Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm a YouTuber based in France and I do videos around lifestyle in general. Guys, if you want to see how I prepare this soup, this is actually OHA soup. If you want to see how I prepare it, why don't you stay tuned and I will show you guys. So basically these are all the ingredients I'll be needing to prepare this OHA soup, which I've laid down in different plates individually, and I'm going to give you guys a rundown of the names of everything that I'm going to be using. In here I got the crayfish, that's the amount of crayfish I'll be using for this soup, and I've got my stock cubes, which is Maggi cubes, 4 cubes of Maggi, and this is my pepper. Actually we'll be using this blended pepper and grinded pepper also. That's what I put in that plate. And the next one is my achi. This is the achi, which later I'm going to mix with water and make it into a thick paste, which I'm going to be adding into the pot of soup. And the next item I'll have here is the oil. That's the palm oil. The next one also is I'm basically using uziza leaf. That's what I have in hand, and that's what I'll be using. And that's my salt also for taste. And this is my white Maggi. You guys know I love using white Maggi to cook anytime I cook. So that's my white Maggi I'll be adding into this soup. So the next thing I'll be showing you is my pot of meat, which I've already boiled a bit. I boiled it, part of it yesterday, and I'm just gonna let it boil more this time around so that the meat can be so soft, because I like the meat not being too strong. I like it to be soft. So the meat is already boiling on the fire. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take like I showed you now, I'm going to take the oil. I'm going to pour the oil into the meat that is already boiling, and if I'll be needing more water, I'm going to put more water, but right now I'm just going to add the oil into the meat that is boiling. And after that, the next thing I'm going to add also is going to be the pepper. I'm going to add the pepper into the pot also, and then I'm just going to stir it up or mix it up by stirring it all together. And yeah, I'm adding water. As you guys can see now, I'm adding water, so I'll have enough sauce. Yeah, so after adding the water, I'm just going to stir everything all up to make it circulate, as in I mean the pepper, I'm just going to stir it all up, generally just stir it all up. And then after stirring it up, I'm just going to cover it to boil. I'll bring it to a boil for like 3 to 4 minutes. I'll cover it up and I'll bring it to a boil for 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah guys, so at this stage now we are back to check on our soup to see how our soup is doing. And as we can see that the soup is boiling really well, and I wish you guys were here to receive the aroma of this soup. Wow. And now right now we are going to it's time for us to put in the achi that we already mixed in water to make in form of lumps. I'm going to be putting the achi into the soup in the form of lump, which you guys can see how I'm putting it in the soup. And the purpose of this achi into this soup is to make it thick, like I said from the other stage. Yeah, it makes the soup very thick. You can use any thing. Some people use gari, eba, they make it with cold water. Some people use eba, some people use cocoyam, but I prefer to use achi because I'm used to achi, so I prefer using achi and offal together. And the next thing I'm going to add into this pot of soup is my crayfish. And yeah, after my crayfish, I'm going to add my uziza leaf, and also I'm adding the salt right now. I'm not measuring the salt because in Nigeria you can use your eyes to measure the amount of salt you want to put in the soup. And right now I'm putting the white Maggi also, which I'm also not measuring with spoon. And what goes in next is my Maggi. As you guys can see, my cube Maggi, that's what I added into the pot of soup right now. And now stirring it all up to make sure that the lump of the achi that I made into lumps is broken perfectly into the soup. Even if you leave it, it's still going to break, but I like doing this to try to break it myself. as much as I can, you know. And after that, I'm just gonna take the I'm just gonna cover the soup up again for like I'll leave it for some few minutes again, and then come back to check on it. And you guys can see the consistency of the soup. So right now I'm going to add my uziza leaf. I'm going to add my uziza leaf into the pot of soup, like you guys can see. And after adding that, I'm still going to just stir it up so that everything can get mixed together into the soup. Yeah. And then what next? I'll cover it and allow it to cook for some few minutes. And now this is the final stage of the soup. I always love it when the soup gets to this stage because I know it's gonna be the bomb. You guys can see the consistency and how lovely it's looking. Wow. And that's how delicious it's gonna be. Trust me guys, that's how sweet it's gonna be. So we finished cooking this soup now, and I'm going to show you how it is in the place. This is how it is right now, guys, and you can eat the soup with whatever swallow you feel like eating it with.